Hello, everybody. Welcome back to One Thing at a Time. How you doing, Haley?
Good. How about you?
I am fabulous, thriving, beautiful, and glowing as always.
I agree. I'm doing pretty good myself. We just knocked out another previous episode, and I'm very excited. So we're like a little caught up right now, and I'm digging it.
Yeah, we're trying to get ahead because we have a wedding next Sunday, which I'm really excited for. It's going to be beautiful and it's going to be gorgeous. So you might as well just follow us on Instagram if you want to see those. This is kind of like a plug.
Yeah. Period. It's our own plug. I don't care.
Who cares?
My
But
party. We can drink if we want to.
it's so true. So true. Um,
Or as Melanie Martinez says, "It's my party, and I can cry if I want to."
we are not crying here today because
Not today.
no, not today, but maybe tomorrow.
Mm. Yes.
So last podcast we were gonna say that we were gonna do imposter syndrome, but I'm honestly we're feeling like sort of silly goofy because it's almost past 12 at like midnight and we just gotta let our sillies out. So we're not gonna do that.
Yep, we lied to
Um
you. Also, Olivia's cuckoo because it is 11:25. It is not 12.
it's
She's a new
almost
granny
12.
girl.
It's
It's
a
not.
quarter till 12.
It's less than halfway to 12. It's not almost 12.
I'm gonna be honest, like I'm not even really that tired and
Period.
I don't know why.
Good, because you're not a
I
granny girl. I'm rubbing off on you.
I love sleep. That's like the one thing about me. I love to sleep. Like I would sleep all day. Oh, you know why? It's probably because I slept in until 11.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would be. Yeah, we slept into the at the same time actually today, surprisingly. Yeah. Anyways, I want to tell everybody that I'm really excited about what we're doing about this Q&A. Instead of asking everybody else the questions, we're asking each other 5 questions and then we're going to answer our own questions after the other person. So basically, we have a list of questions. Do you want to go first or do you want me to?
You want to go first?
Yes, I do. Okay. What is your favorite memory as a like photographer? Like in photography in general. Like it can be with me, it can be without me. Just like if you the first thing that pops into your head.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's my favorite memory, but it's one that stands out to me. Actually, okay, it can be a favorite, but it was you weren't there.
Okay.
Am I even allowed to talk about this?
Yes.
It was a wedding that I shot without you, and it was when everybody decided that they were so drunk that they were gonna take their clothes off to Hot in Here. Um, that was just kinda like a good start to the season because I was like, "Oh, okay." But that
That's
was like one of like the most funniest memories probably. Um, I'm curious, what is yours?
I don't know. Like that's a really hard question because like there's been like my most recent one was whenever I went to New York and like I walked up to the house and it was like this beautiful mansion and like there even had like a spiral staircase and it was just beautiful and I was like I cannot believe that I get to photograph here. I was like I'm going to get so many amazing images. Like that's my now gallery that I use for like sample because it was so pretty and it was like one of the coolest places I've ever been to like across the country and I was like I cannot believe that I'm here right now like doing this. Like everything was perfect. So I would probably say like it was recently in New York that I was just like in awe of everything. Um, the other one would probably be when I embarrassed myself in front of that one client. Like just the funniest moment. Went up to a girl so confident that it was the girl that was my client. She ended up not being. It was just a girl that I thought was her because I didn't know what she looked like. Obviously, I don't stalk my clients well enough. I don't know, because it was prom pictures, and I didn't think anyone was gonna go to the same, like, the place. So I ended up going up to the wrong person, and she was so confused, and it was so embarrassing. But I played it off pretty well. It was so funny though. Like, I remember cackling at the end, and Olivia.
That one I was there for.
Yes, Olivia was right beside me, like, just being such a champ. Such a
I was, like, low key dying on the inside because I was like, "Oh my god, this is painfully awkward."
Yeah, that was just a really funny experience. But I would say probably like going to New York and having a fun time there. It was hectic, but it was fun.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm, like, on the way to things like that, I'm like, "Wow, this is, like, my job."
Yeah.
It's just one of those, moments. But
It's like
cool.
Disneyland.
It's like Disneyland.
Yeah,
Wow.
basically. For like adults. But then
Well,
like
there well, there are Disney adults.
there are, but like for it's like a photographer's Disneyland.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, what's your next question? Or what is your question?
Or are we taking turns?
Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it.
Okay, mine you started off with just like a fun one. My first one is what is your tip for balancing work and life? You have a hard time with this, so I'm kind of curious what your tip is.
That's a good question because I don't. Like, I don't need, I feel like I'm an exception. I'm not the best person to answer this question because I don't really like groups of friends. I don't want a college experience. I don't want a bunch of like girlfriends and guy friends. Like, I'm totally content with like pursuing my career and pursuing my lover, and that's all I need. So like for someone that's emotionally and like just like mature in general, I would say like kind of finding your, I don't know, like, that's kind of a hard question. For people that are in my position that like have a lover, making sure that you're still leaving time for them, and then you're also still having time for yourself, and at the same time like prioritizing your business and like making sure you're pushing yourself. Um, that's the I don't balance it. I'm still learning. So, yeah. But what is this for you? You just like turn your phone off. You're like, I'm not talking to nobody after.
Well, I set work hours for myself really early on because I'm the type of person that really likes structure. So I set work hours. So Monday through Friday, my office hours are different from my photo shoot hours. And then Saturday and like weekends are for my wedding clients. But so I my office hours are 9 to 5, like a normal whatever. And my weekends are for photo shoot clients, whatever. So that's how I structured the office side of it, but like I will still answer my clients when my office hours are up. Like it's not very strict on that. Like I won't answer someone if they text me like right now. It's almost 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
I won't do that. I'll wait until the morning. But
it makes one of us.
yeah. I kind of just need like a little bit of like alone time.
Yeah,
I'm very
debrief.
much yeah, I'm very much like I get overstimulated with a lot of things at once and I just kind of need like okay, I need to go take a bath or something. Like I just need my me time.
100%, that's how I am. I feel like I'm a battery. So I'm a nice solid battery at the beginning of the day after my coffee, and then as the day goes on, the more people I talk to, my battery gets low and I need to recharge. Like, even if it's like 15 minutes on my phone, like by myself, like in a corner, just chilling, or even a shower, like I need my me time. If I don't, I'm not a happy camper. I'm not a pleasant person. And I've just like learned to have that boundary because that's how yeah, 100%.
Well, and
Um,
I also get to the point where I just literally will put my phone on do not disturb. And I actually I don't know if you noticed this, but I turned off the thing where it alerts people that I do that
I
because
love
most no, I turned it off because I've had people be like, "Oh, sorry, like, you're on do not disturb." I don't want people to know.
Dang it, I liked doing send through. Like, I like to send it anyways. Like, if it's on do not disturb, that's when I'm texting and blowing up your phone.
Well, you're actually on my favorites list, so even if I'm on do not disturb, I still get your messages.
Oh, that's so sweet. You're on my pinned also.
Yeah, so even if, like, I'm on do not disturb or I have my phone on silent, like, yours still comes through, so
Okay. Can I like interrupt you for a quick second to talk about something really funny?
yes, go ahead.
The other day, Olivia was super duper far away, like compared to where I was at. And I go, I text her, which if you know me, I'm terrible at texting. I'm like, I voice message everything. So I voice messaged into the phone, OMG, you're so far. Didn't realize I sent it without reading it. I look back whenever she texts me and it says, OMG, you're so fat. And poor Olivia goes, well, that's just mean. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I meant far. Like, you are so far because you're in relation to where I'm at. You're far. And literally, poor Olivia. Then she was like, I am far. But instead of saying far, she said fat. And I was like, wait. I was like, did you mean to say that? She's like, no. It was autocorrect. I was like, thank God it's not just me.
That
Olivia.
was like I'm, like, dying laughing because when I when I read that, I was like, "That's not." I was like, "Maybe someone took her phone." Like, I don't know. I was like, "Wait." I was like, "That just doesn't that's not something Haley would say." Like, I kinda I was like, "Wait." And I laughed, and I was like, "There's no way she meant that."
Well, I don't joke like that. Like, I'm not like I'm a jokester, but like, um,
You literally said, "Dang." How I read it was, "Dang, girl, you fat."
and it was like, I feel so bad. Anyways, oh my goodness. Okay, let me ask my next question. What is your favorite thing about your job? Like, what is your number one, like, the best part about it?
The fact that I can capture one of the best days of somebody's life. Um, it's a very happy job, and from going from being so I worked retail, and people come in on their bad days, some people come in on their good days. It just kind of depends, but everybody at a wedding is happy.
Yeah.
And it's just so nice to be surrounded by it's like going to Disneyland.
Yes.
Everybody is happy.
Yep.
And it's so nice to capture those memories because I feel so a part of the couple. Like every time that I shoot a wedding, they this couple lives in my heart forever. It doesn't matter if it's not my couple. It doesn't matter if it's Haley's couple or if it's mine. They still have a piece in me that I hold very near and dear to my heart. So it's just one of those things. I'm also like very an emotional person, so sometimes I catch myself like,
Crying during a ceremony.
"Oh my god.
You're like,
Yes."
"Oh, that was so," and I'm like, yeah, it was sweet. Can you get a wide chat for me?
But I also catch myself like I will forget that I'm not a guest, and I will listen to, like, speeches or,
Mhm.
um, like, I'll watch them dance, and I'm like, "Oh, shoot, I should be taking pictures."
Yeah,
Like,
like,
I
I feel
just
like I'm a part of the audience sometimes, and I'm just like, "Oh, crap, I gotta be taking pictures."
well, and it's just, like, I feel like for me, I've never been the type to be like, "Oh, love sucks, bleh, bleh, bleh." Like, I've always been the type that's just like, "Oh, they're in love, like, that's so sweet, and blah, blah, blah." Like, I wish to have that someday, and now I do, and it's just so, like it's bittersweet to me. That's the best part.
Okay, that was really good. That was really good. I mean, I feel the exact same way because we get the best versions of everybody. And so, like, we get the best and the worst versions of everybody. Let me just say that. Because mother-in-laws, I'm sorry. But anyways, I we get the best and I love that. But I love like I'm very, very like big picture. Like I love a big picture. I'm a dreamer. I'm not necessarily focused on every single step on how to get there. Like, I see a big goal and I don't care what I have to do. I'm bulldozing my way to get there. So I think that my favorite part is the end result, like the pictures, like the story that I can tell, and that I almost feel like I have to top myself every single wedding that I do, that I can tell a story the best way I humanly possibly can, and challenging myself to get the best pictures is probably my favorite part. Like, cuz the possibilities are endless. That's so cheesy and so funny. But it's true. Like, you get to completely make up whatever you want, and you make the rules, and I love that you don't have to answer to anyone but yourself. And my favorite part would be just like testing my limits.
Right, and I think that Hailey has really shown me, like I Hailey has kinda rubbed off on me in a way that, I learned really quickly, because in the last episode, I announced that I'm going full-time, and I finally realized that I do, in fact, have my dad's personality, and my dad is a entrepreneur. He built his business up from the ground. He is very much a boss, and I don't work well with others.
Mhm.
I like my way,
Or no
and
way.
I or no way. But I like that part of my job also, like, of, that I don't have to answer to a higher authority.
Yes.
Because the higher authority is me, thank you very much. I'm the
And
CEO.
mic drop period.
Mic drop, period. Unless I'm photographing for Haley Hive Photos Inc., then she is the boss, but at the same time, you're not really.
Not really.
Um
I don't I don't really view it as that. Like, I view it as like you're my equal. Like, I don't view myself as higher than you or better than you, or I'm the main shooter and you're the second shooter. I expect the same treatment from me to you, and likewise with the guests. We are
Right.
in charge.
Unless someone really important comes to me and starts complaining, and then I'm like, "I don't know, don't ask me."
Yep, period. That's really funny. I like that. Because honestly, same. Like, if they're like, "Oh, do you know what happens with the timeline?" I'm unfortunately not the person that you need to talk to. The main shooter is, fortunately, um, Olivia, and I can pass a message. I'm so sorry.
Can I tell everybody the name tag that you got for me?
Yes.
It's kind of vulgar, so if you, like, don't like cuss words, like, get over it. But Haley got me a name tag for my birthday, and I requested this, so don't come at Haley because my mom was, like, kind of like, "That's rude," and I was like, "I literally requested it, so
No,
whatever."
Olivia and me have been talking about this for like months. She was like, "You need to get a name tag for me. Like, I need a name tag." And I was like, "Okay, like, what do you want it to say?" I was like, "We can both get matching ones." And then Olivia goes,
I'm kind of like Haley's bitch, so she put that on the name tag, and
"Gold."
I was like, "Haley, it's in silver, it's silver,
Okay.
babe."
I clicked gold because I felt like that was even better. And they gave us silver. So
But I was like, "Haley, I can't wear this to weddings."
you put a piece of tape with a piece of like white paper that just says Olivia, and then it says second shooter underneath in the white.
I have it hanging up on my cork board over here, I look at it every day to remind me.
I love it. All fun and games. All fun and games.
But yeah, we, you're right about the whole equal thing, like, we're pretty much equal, like, unless it's, like, a serious, like, thing where the mother-in-law is complaining about something, and I'm like, "I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. I just work here.
I just work here."
Work here.
Really. Like, that is my life motto, I simply work here,
Yep.
okay?
We're on a floating rock, woman. It ain't that deep.
So true. Okay, are you ready for your next question, ma'am?
Yes.
What is your goal for your business in 2023?
To make $100,000. If we're being honest, I'm dead serious. I'm My goal for 2023 is to make $100,000. As unrealistically realistic that is, I want to eventually make $1,000,000 in being an entrepreneur. And I know that sounds so ridiculous, and that's why I know I'm gonna do it. Because the more unrealistic it sounds, the more fun it is. So my
You
goal for 2023 is to make $100,000 in my
you know
business.
that you know that TikTok sound that's just like, "I need 30 bands right now."
Yes. I need 30 bands right now. And like I've never really focused on the numbers of my business, and I feel like I think at this point in my life it's important too. And I think that you can really push yourself if you put numbers on things. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. I mean, obviously I have like tons of other goals within that. And how do I want to achieve that? I don't want to just wake up one day and spit out, but anyways, what do you want? You answer that question.
So this year, 2022, I made a goal that I wanted to book a certain amount of weddings and I exceeded it. So I think I'm just gonna go higher up on that.
Be unrealistic. Be
What?
unrealistic. Be
Unreal
unrealistic.
unrealistic? I hopefully like it's high, like at least 20 to book
25. I think
20.
that you should do 25.
Well, we're gonna start with 20 and we'll see where it goes.
No, I think you should do 25. I think that you should write out the weekend or the weekends or the weeks that you want to take off, like no exceptions, and anything else, you fill it up.
Right,
I
like, I think this year my goal actually is to, prioritize my mental health.
Yeah, I don't ever have a cap for the amount of weddings I do, and I do that because I'm psycho and I'm an overachiever and I'm a born like crazy psychopath. So I don't ever put caps because I can't say no because I think that you are more successful when you learn and you have hands on everything. So I think that the only way that I'm going to learn and get better is if I say yes. So,
Yeah, I do think that at least next year we need to at least give ourselves 1 weekend.
yes.
1 weekend a month.
No.
Um,
October's booked and accounted for. Sorry.
well, but,
Actually, I think April for me, I only have 1 weekend left in April. And then I'm fully booked.
oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't think I
April's a
have
big
any. March is big right now, like
I
March.
just I just booked a March 25th wedding. Just for next year.
I don't even know where I'm at.
I the only reason why I know that is cuz I was just doing her contract.
Yeah, I literally do not know.
Oh, do I have to ask you the question next?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, I have a really good question for you. It is, who is your favorite photographer? Like, I'm talking like obviously don't say me because it's not. But like
No, it's not you.
the person that you're like whenever you post, their post notifications are on and you're so excited.
I don't have anyone's post notifications on except for you, but I'm not gonna use you. Um, my favorite photographer of all time? That's hard. I have so many. Like, do I have to pick one?
You can do like two if you have to.
Okay, I have mine. And
Okay.
you're gonna have to pull her up. Okay, are you ready?
Um, give me. Let me make sure I have mine
Okay.
first. Cause there's like two, and one of them tops the other one, but I don't see her page right now, and it's really bothering me. But she doesn't have like an insane amount, like you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Okay, tell me who she is first.
Okay, so I think my top one would have to be Northwest Focus Co. That's her name on, Instagram,
Okay,
and I kind
why?
of I just I just love her work. I think that what she does is so storytelling to me, and even though it's not my style of editing, I look up to her because she is so brilliant. Like, you can really tell that she has a goal with her photos, and I think that all of the photos that she takes are intentional, and all the photos that she takes have a story behind them, and I love that. Um like, scrolling through her feed right now, I'm just like, these are art. Like, I would look at her and I'd be like, this is an art piece.
Oh, okay, that's a really good one. I actually
Do
really
you like her? She follows me, and I geeked out when she followed me.
I actually found the person that I'm talking about. Okay, let me do what is her thing again?
Northwest Focus Co. She's actually a Seattle photographer.
Northwest Focus.
Mhm.
Oh, I follow her. Oh, really? She's very moody.
Yeah. And like I'm saying, like, it's not like my style, but I am not looking at how she edits. I'm looking at how she documents.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I can see that 100% why you love her.
Yeah, she's and when she followed me, dude, I literally squealed. I said, "There's no way." I said, "This is fake."
Ah, she's on like oh, I know exactly who this is. She's on
Mhm.
TikTok or on
Yeah, she's very popular. She's very popular with reels and stuff.
okay, yes, 100% I know who it is.
So another one though that I like look up to, she's a Utah photographer. Her name is Izzy. Hold on, let me send this to you because her name is kind of
Is he Karen photo?
Yes.
I love her. I love her. Yes, 100%. Yeah, she's incredible. Okay, I'm gonna tell you mine. Um, this girl, I'm not kidding. I stop what I'm doing whenever I see her. Like, it doesn't matter what I'm doing because she's a genius. Marcella Lane, I think is her name. Marcellalaine. This I would chop my left arm off to get that photo.
Oh, I like this.
Like it's almost like the smaller she can make the people and as big as she can make the landscape, but still like the statement of a photo like this is incredible.
Mhm.
For anyone that can't see it, go look her up. But she's like
Yeah, this is brilliant.
I feel like I'm where she's at when I'm looking at these pictures. Like I feel like I'm there. Like are you kidding me? Basically, I would chop off any body part on my body to be
Where is she actually based though? Because does she just travel?
all over the world based in Seattle, all humans welcome.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these
But
are cute.
and then also, this is a very photographer answer, but India Earl, I love the like whimsical willy-nilly freebird hippie feel. Like I feel like something like her work, India Earl, I feel like she would be in Vogue and you would take inspiration from that cuz I love Vogue. Vogue weddings, I draw so much inspiration from my photography through all of like Vogue does a series where they go into depth on they have a like a journalist photographer basically get all of the pictures that the actual like famous people's photographer and then they kind of write a rough draft like they attend as a guest and then they write this massive review but I love it because they always include like the best pictures and like they really story tell and so I love her so anywho that's my
And
two
she's also beautiful. Like, she is a model.
yes I actually think she like is like actually
Yeah, she
she's
better be. She's beautiful.
period
And we're all about empowering women here at One Thing at a Time.
I literally am never talking to you again I love you though okay let me do okay.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, it is your turn.
Um, what is your all-time favorite movie/TV show?
I don't think you know this. My favorite movie of all time is Les Miserables. It's a musical. I'm talking about the new one. I can probably sing you from beginning to end of that movie. I love me a good musical. I don't like Hamilton though, but that's if you sorry, the diehards are coming for me. My favorite TV.
Alexander Hamilton. Alexander Hamilton. Anyways,
Oh dear, that is. Are you a Hamilton fan?
no.
Oh, I was gonna say I've never heard you talk about it.
I just like the music.
Okay, I can get on board with that. And also, my favorite TV show is 100% tie between, which I've seen more than twice for both of these, One Tree Hill and Vampire Diaries. 100% tie. I can quote episodes. It's my
Oh god.
therapy. I'm a diehard for both. Like, I can't pick. If you told me to chop off my right arm, I probably, like, to pick, then I'd probably just get it. So, anywho, what is yours? I actually don't know this. It's not The Office. It's not. I'm not gonna
Oh,
even guess.
heck no, bruh.
It's not like I feel like yours is like a funny, goofy show. But is
I honestly, like, I really don't watch a lot of TV, so I couldn't really tell you my favorite TV show, but my favorite movie of literally all time is The Greatest Showman. I will put on that. Yeah, I will put on
wait,
The Greatest. What?
we both like musicals for our favorite movie. I did not know
Yeah,
that.
I will put on The Greatest Showman and act like it's my first time watching. Like, I love it. I love it.
Mhm. 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 What's funny is that Hugh Jackman is the main character in both.
You're right. He
Look
is.
look down, or this is the greatest show. He's a genius. He can play any character. And
I
that
really also Mamma Mia too is, a good one.
the original though. Mamma Mia, the
I like
original.
the second one, I like the reboot.
I mean, it was a good movie, don't get me wrong. I think the girl that played the mom was beautiful and amazing, but just what's funny is that the main character girl in Mamma Mia plays the main character in Les Mis, so I love her.
There's always a way back to Les Mis.
There's always a win. I literally, y'all, I don't think you understand. I could probably start bawling my eyes out when I can sing a Les Mis song. Like I could, like I feel the pain of the characters, and I feel very passionately.
You know what movie that I recently went on, like, a huge, like, Disney movie, like,
Don't say
thing.
Enchanted.
No, 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 no.
I was gonna
I've
say I
been
love.
I've been rewatching, like, a bunch of, like, the iconic ones, like, I rewatched The Princess Diary, and I
Mm,
rewatched Twitches, and I'm just like, "Wow," like, I really took for granted how great these movies were because 'cause they're kinda cheesy, but they're good. Like, the one that I just rewatched recently was, Teen Beach.
I'd have to like pull it up. I probably know exactly what it
You
is.
don't know what Teen Beach is?
Not off the top of my head.
Teen Beach Movie?
Oh, Teen Beach Movie. Okay,
I was
yes.
about to say,
I I loved them, but then my sisters watched them over and over and over and over and
"You
over.
better run, 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 here we come, revving my engines under the sun, you're cruising for a bruising." Woo! Keeping it cool, smooth and steady. Slick back hair, man, things are getting heavy. You're cruising. I'm telling you.
Get
Also, Grease, I really love.
all
Which
right.
I know that made me really sad. I like actually kind of cried, like real tears.
I didn't know that she was her until I looked it up, and I was like,
You're
"Oh,
canceled.
well, the thing is, like, Grease is, like, the main thing that she's in, like, you say Hugh Jackman and you're like, "Oh, Wolverine, Les Mis, Greatest Showman," like, I can name it off, like, you say Channing Tatum, I say Magic Mike, or but I don't think she played any other extravagant role
She was
except
in Glee.
I didn't
She
watch
had a
Glee.
part in Glee. Anyways.
But
Um,
anyways, rip.
anyways.
No,
Okay, your turn.
seriously. Okay, so I was gonna say this is like I don't know. I'm in a silly, goofy mood, and I just like to entertain myself.
Okay.
What is the biggest complaint about your job? One thing that I guess you would change about it.
Is it like is it cringy to say like nothing? Like I can't really think of anything. Um, do you have a complaint?
Yes. What happened to me today? Like
Okay, well, I guess
things
if
that
you haven't
things that
I
you can't control. You're dealing with people's like wedding days cannot be replicated. The fact that there's a lot of things that are out of your control. I don't like if there was one thing that I could change is the fact that like I wish that I had control because you what if you don't get the first kiss? What if you get sick and you can't be there? What if you don't get a certain shot that the client was dreaming about? Like, it's almost like the what if that you can't change. So, I would change that. There hasn't been a situation where I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, I ruined a bride's wedding day because I didn't get a shot." I've made it abundantly clear that no shot is 100% guaranteed. And then if there's a shot that the person's passionate enough, I'll stop what I'm doing and do it. But it's just like the possibility of ruining someone's day is like the complaint that I have. The unknown, I guess.
I don't think that I think there's a lot of things that could go wrong in weddings and in the wedding service industry.
Mm,
I've
mm.
never had that thought. If it was someone that was gonna like absolutely like ruin the day, it'd probably be the venue.
Ooh, ee! The only complaint is that you wish you worked well with others and that you wish you didn't have to work with people.
I wish I didn't have to work with videographers.
Like mother of the bride or mother of the groom.
No, I really like all of those things, like, I know that there's negatives to every single job, but I'm pretty good with working in, like, those I'm really good at working in high stress situations, and I don't think weddings are for everybody if you can't handle that.
Yeah.
Um, but I just don't think about things like that. I really don't.
Okay. All right. I can understand that. I think that because it was heavier on me recently, now that I'm like today, this year's been a growth year. So, it's been more there's been a lot of more negatives than what I'm used to. So, I've kind of like reflected. So, I was like, is there any complaints? So, yeah, but I liked your answer to piggyback off mine. That's okay. All right. Do you have a more positive question?
I'm trying to think, like, if I've ever I mean, I have had to deal with, like, a client conflict before, but it
I've had
wasn't like
worse than you.
you have what?
I've had whew, I've had worse experiences with clients than you, like,
Yeah.
off the top of my head. So I feel like you haven't thank God that you haven't had an experience like I did. So
I think my biggest complaint is I wish that people would trust me more. And that's just like a human thing, like people just aren't trusting sometimes, but like you just get that one and it kind of gets in your head like, oh, they don't trust me. But that's a very limited case.
yeah, okay, yeah,
You know what I mean? Like there's sometimes like someone doesn't trust you enough to get the shot or whatever, but
yeah,
that's
yeah, for sure.
um this question is more geared towards you because I didn't realize that we were gonna be answering the same questions. But I guess I could answer it for the future. What is the one thing you are looking forward to the most at your own wedding?
The photos. If we're being honest, like, if I don't have if I don't have a lot of shared like, I have the thing on Instagram where you can see how many people have shared the image. If I don't have a lot, then I'm like, I'm gonna delete the app. Like, I want to be able to show my kids how hot I was. So, I feel like
100%.
I'm almost like because we do weddings so much, I'm a little desensitized. It drives my mom crazy. Like if my mom's listening to this, she's probably like Haley's heartless and she anyways, I really it's a little vainful and a little like selfish to say that I'm really excited. The biggest thing I'm excited for is the photos, especially because they're really expensive. So they better be good.
Yeah. Um, Someone just got a
Don't
text
ask
message.
me. Don't ask me how much my wedding photographer was. It's photo and video though, so
Oh, you're talking about okay.
yeah.
Um, so I was actually gonna say like the same thing because we have the same brain. Um, I don't know when I'm getting married, but I do know exactly what I want. And one of the things that I'm looking forward to is getting the pictures and I'm really most looking forward to like I don't know cuz I don't want a wedding like I'm like I work in the wedding industry like why would I want one kind of deal. So I'm
Yes.
ca- I'm having like I really want just like a small like I just want immediate family there and maybe Haley if she behaves and
Hailey has to come. What the
and I'm just I'm just excited for it to be like not a I like my biggest goal for my wedding day is like not to be in such a high stress. Like that's what I want. I'm just excited in
Yes.
general.
That's a really good question. I really like that one. This one's like definitely you had really good questions. Mine was if you could switch an editing style with someone, who would it be? Like that's how like service level. I told you I'm gonna be silly.
If I could switch editing styles with anybody, who would it be? I don't really I don't really uh I don't no one.
I have so many people that I just like switch for the day just to figure out their magical sauce. Besides my favorite photographers that I've previously mentioned, you go first though.
I really don't have anybody.
It would be oh dear, there's I have to pick one.
I feel like now I'm just like kind of really confident in my editing style. Like I don't want to change it.
I see I love mine, but this is like if you were to like let's say that you couldn't ever find what you have now, who would you go with? Mine would be my wedding photographer, Taylor Bracey.
Oh my god, her she is brilliant.
She is brilliant. Like I
Taylor, if you're listening, you have 2 fans, and if you know that TikTok sound that's just like, if, I'm her only fan if she has 0 fans, I'm dead. That's that's us.
yes, 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 yes. I knew the second that I saw her website and her work that she was gonna do mine. And it's a husband wife duo and they do video and photo. And I've literally there's so many of her stuff that's saved. Her post notifications are on because I she's obviously my wedding photographer, so I have to be obsessed. But she's just like
See,
very
and,
unique.
like go ahead, what'd you say? Sorry.
I was just gonna say she has a very unique style. Some people have a super duper duper cohesive theme. Everything looks the same. I feel like for every wedding, every photo shoot, every piece of work that I see, it's catered 100% to the client. and I feel like everything that she takes is completely and 100% intentional. So, I love that.
Yeah, my most recent one that I really liked was the confetti one. I really like that one
I sent that to another photographer friend, Michaela,
because that's what you want.
because I loved it. I loved it. I was actually gonna send it to you. The confetti one, I literally saved it, but this is like my newest obsession.
The hands. Yeah.
Oh, like I cried. My one of my favorite ones that she's done of all time, it's like towards like not the bottom, but like it wasn't as recent, was this. Like this location.
Mm.
And like it was just it was the work. I'm not kidding. When I saw her post that, I didn't move. I just looked at it because I was just in this post.
Yeah.
If I
I
could,
remember seeing that.
I'm gonna put it on my wall. Like I told her, I was like, we need to go there because I need to. So yeah,
Um, honestly, I don't know. I wanna say, like, someone, but I know that they listen, so I'm not going to.
that you would switch editing styles with.
Mhm.
That's a good thing. You love them so much. Say it. I think I know
Well,
who it is. Does it start with a T or an R?
it starts with a T and ends with an Ori.
Yes. Yes.
But me and Tori, like, hi Tori. Hi Tori Turner.
Hi.
Recently, um, well, formerly known as Tori Booth, like that's how I know her. I don't know. She like recently got married. So, yeah, Tori, we go way back. She took my senior photos. She took me and Avery's 1 year pictures. Like, we just she's she's great. And
She's
I love her stuff. I do. I just want to get in her brain
mhm.
cuz I her editing, like I just
Her
sometimes I'm
and
just like, wow.
Rush Film Co.
Oh my
Obviously.
gosh, yes.
I was
Anna.
gonna say that. I feel like that's like the obvious because like she's amazing, but like out of like out of Georgia, I feel like is what I was kind of thinking about, even though like obviously they're valid and they're amazing and beautiful and wonderful, and I'm obsessed with both of them. Like I think I don't know if their post notifications are on. I think that they are though because I love their work.
Yeah, I everything that Tori posts, I'm just like, yeah, this is good. Like, and she tops herself every time. And so
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, Tori posted. But yeah, I know that she listens, so I'm not trying to embarrass her. I know that she listens, so
shy queen.
I'm shy.
I'm shy. I'm
But
not shy.
we have one more question that we have to get through, and this episode
Oh
is
wait,
already almost.
I definitely already asked my last question. That was my last
Oh,
question.
you totally did.
What was your last
Okay.
question?
My last question for you is what is your biggest pet peeve in general? She threw her phone on the floor. She said, I gotta
There's
think.
so many. I think that whenever this is something that genuinely bothers me is when I'm talking to someone and I don't think that they're on the same level mentally. Like, I don't think that they're listening. I don't think that they care. I don't think that they're comprehending. And I don't like that because I pick up on that very, very easily. Like, if you're on your phone, even, like, and you're not listening, you don't care, whatever. I hate that. Like, whenever I don't feel like I'm understood, I guess. That's a very deep pet peeve. I also
Well,
hate
mine,
slurping and chomping.
yeah. Well, mine kind of backboards off of you. Like, I hate when like I'm talking to people and then they talk over me, or like then they not you, like you're like it's different, like when you're in like a we're virtually doing this, you wouldn't talk over me if we were in person. But
Mhm.
like when people talk over me and then they start a new conversation, I'm like, um I was speaking.
Yeah,
Hello.
like when you're not being validated and it's like you're getting your point across and they're not getting it and they don't care. Like people are too concerned about what they're going to say next instead of listening to someone else speak. And I don't like whenever I feel like that.
Mhm. Yeah, I also don't like when a slow car is in the fast lane. Get over.
To be completely honest, I hate um slurping and I hate smacking and I hate oh, there's one more. Oh, click people that click their pens. I love you, Evan Knight. I love you so much. But if there's a pen anywhere near him at any given point, I will have to take it. I have to hide his pens. Otherwise, he'll be like, I can't. He's that one kid in class that you'd be like, hey, can you stop clicking your pen? And he'd be like, no. And then do it louder. I love you so much, babe. Please. What
Okay, well, this is a new question that I have, a bonus question. What is the one thing that you love the most about your partner? And what is the one thing you could live without?
besides the pen clicking? I think that if you don't know Evan, this won't make sense, but I wish that Evan would tell me what he wants.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, versus
Yes.
just going with the flow and then, like, kind of being irritated about it or, like, trying, like, being not resentful, but, like, bringing it up later. Like, I wish he would just tell me what he wants. Like, if I ask you what you are in the mood for to eat, tell me what you want. If you want to go somewhere or if you don't want to go somewhere, tell me what you want. That would be the one thing that I'd change about him, but I love everything else. My favorite thing is that he's very patient with um he's a really good listener too, but I would say that he's very patient with me, which I like everything cuz I'm a lot. Like I'm a
Yeah.
like there's like I feel like I'm the rabbit and he's the turtle and I'm just running in circles getting distracted and he's so patient and so kind and so steady all of the time. He's like an emotionally stable rock and I'm like a roller coaster. That's all the time. He's like always the same though. So basically I love
Yeah,
it. But I would say the fact that he's so patient with me.
that's
What
good.
what about Avery?
I just want to point out that I just want to point out that I do love everything about Avery,
Hi
but
tractor boy.
huh?
I said hi tractor boy.
Hi, tractor boy. Um, what is the one thing? Like, kind of like the same. I really do feel like all boys are the same, though. Like, I wish that Avery would tell me his emotions, and that's only because I'm so emotionally driven.
Mhm.
Like, I tell him everything, like, literally. But he's the type to, like, ball it up and throw it away. Like, he'll let it build up inside of him, and I just wish that he would tell me that. Like,
Evan doesn't Evan doesn't get like the emotion. Like he doesn't explode. Like he just genuinely keeps it all in and swallows it and digests it and poops it out. But I have been with someone that did bottle it up and then all it was like a vomit. Like it was the worst bleh ever whenever they did because they just kept it all in and then you'd want them to shit. So I completely understand that.
well, Avery has gotten, like, a lot better, and he is honestly more open with me than anybody else, but he's still kind of more, like, a little bit, like, because
Resentful.
he doesn't wanna take it out on me, but I still want him to tell me.
Mhm.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But
100%.
the one thing that I love about him is he he's very caring, and he prioritizes quality time over literally anything else. Like he makes time for me. He just makes me feel special. So
Oh, I love
yeah, no,
like
that's so cute, but whatever.
yes, he's very like little thing oriented, like the little flowers that he got you, or
Yes.
like it's like little things that add up to just be this massive bubble that you're just like hot eyes, hot eyes, hot eyes.
Well, he also I have some of the stuff here with me. Oh, you know what? I've never showed you this. Avery built this for me, and it is a Yoshi dog built out of four-wheeler parts, and he gifted this for me one year. I think he wrote the date on the bottom.
I've never wanted to hug that boy more in my life.
Yeah, 2020. He did that for our first anniversary. So,
It is lit, y'all. If you guys get, please post a picture on the
I
Instagram.
will.
That is so cute. Next time I see Avery, I'm gonna be like, I love you.
And
It's
he makes me all sorts of things. Like he made me this thing that I
I'm
keep
gonna cry.
he
I'm not.
made me he made me this little thing, and I just keep all of our stuff in it. Like he gifted me that ring which has my birthstone in it, and I have a picture that Tori took in there,
Gosh, it's like a little wooden box with
and
everything in it.
yeah, and I put the love rock that you gave me in there to kind of hopefully like manifest some things.
Oh, I love.
But
He
yeah.
is. That is like the most. That is the most genuine present I've probably ever heard anyone gift their significant other.
But like that's the thing, like nobody else sees that side of him. And so they don't believe me that he's like that sweet, but he is. He
You
has,
can tell like if you can see through people or you can like pick up on vibes, auras, whatever you want to call it. You can tell like he's a very genuine person. Anyone that says otherwise is there's something wrong with them. I knew it.
he's just not very PDA, and like that's like he's just not that person. Like he won't he won't show much affection in public, but like it's there.
I love him.
I
Oh my
love
god.
him too. He's so sweet.
Literally
Like
anyone that's listening to this is like we literally throw up if you're not in a relationship. Also, I call my nickname for Evan is Evercakes or Evers or Ev. Like there's just a bunch of different ones that is really funny.
I call Avery I used to call Avery Brub,
Rob. Oh.
and then I used to change his um I used to change his name in my phone all the time, but I'm kind of I had a really bad dream where I literally died in a car crash, and this was the time that I had everybody's names in my phone, like different things, like not their real names at all, and no one could figure out who like I be called. So I changed everyone's names back to what it's supposed to be. So I have mom and his mom, and I
Mhm.
have my dad and his dad, because I had their nicknames in there, and then I had that dream and I changed them. So I have Avery's name in my phone now as Every because they misspelled his name at Tractor Supply.
That is amazing. That is Evan and Avery's name shipped together. And I love that. Every.
Do you want to tell them how Starbucks messed up your
Oh my gosh. Literally, please tell me how Haley sounds like Avery. Like nothing. Like I mean besides the E. Like that's it. And I don't know how like something came up the what Avery was being talked about and I literally sent a picture to her of my Starbucks drink and she was like, "Wait, did you do that on purpose?" I was like, "No. They just did it." It was really really funny.
Okay, well, that was all of our questions, I
Yes.
think.
That was all of our questions. I think we like had a fun like silly goofy episode with
Like a
some like
little debrief.
yeah, for sure. From like camera settings and like all things serious. So I think next week we'll do maybe imposter syndrome, maybe. I don't know. Depends on how we're feeling.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, all right,
And
all right.
then we're really gonna have to start thinking about planning for October. We could kind of like do like a little, I don't know. I'm just thinking out of my butt.
You know what we're gonna do, Olivia?
Hmm.
We're gonna do one thing at a time.
You are so right.
And that is the perfect segue to tell everyone where we can find each other at. Where can we find the pod, Olivia?
You can find the pod on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify podcasts, Apple Podcasts, literally anywhere you can find podcasts. And then you can follow me at Olivia Rodriguez Photos on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, I guess, if I ever get my account back. And then Facebook is at Olivia Rodriguez Photography because I literally am too dumb to change it. Where can they find you, Hailey?
You guys can find me at HaileyHighPhotography.com. Hailey High Photography is everywhere from Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, or anywhere else. So yeah.
All right, well, let's wrap this puppy up. It's 12 o'clock. It is now
It's 12:31.
Sunday. Holy crap.
Well,
Okay.
we hope you keep listening, y'all. We love you. Bye.
Bye.